When it comes to watering your lawn, are you a set it and forget it kind of person? Do you need to be able to water from anywhere in the world at any time? Well, if you do, I've got the controller for you. My name is Devin, I'm the DIY lawn coach, and in this video, I'm gonna review the ImoLaza Wi-Fi Smart Controller. Let's get into the video. All right, y'all, so before we get started, I just want to let you know that this is a sponsored video. So ImoLaza reached out to me and asked if they could send me one of their smart controllers if I would give my honest review. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do for you guys today. So what we're going to do is install this. They say it's really easy, so we're going to work on that together. We'll install it, and then we're going to pull up the app. I think there's some really cool features that you get with this that I don't get with my Hunter. And then I'm going to answer the question, am I going to stick with ImoLaza or am I going to go back to my Hunter system? So stay tuned for that. And at the end of the video, I've got a coupon code for you guys so that if you wanted to pick one of these up, you can get a little discount for being a viewer of the DIY Lawn Coach. So let me set up the camera, bring you guys in a little bit closer. We're going to show you how to install this first, and then we'll get into the app and some of the features. So let's take a look and see what comes in the package. And the first thing you see here is a little card that tells you do not return this to the store, and it's got a little QR code. So it takes you to a link to their website where you can view a YouTube video of exactly how to install that. It's got your instruction book. Comes with these little stickers that you could put on your wires to tag your wires so that you know how to label them. Some more install instructions and your wiring diagram, which is awesome. Comes with a mounting template, so we'll definitely be using that. And then here's the controller itself. And then underneath that is all of the power cord and the mounting screws and brackets and all that stuff. Let's set up the camera and show you guys how we take this apart. So the first step that we're gonna do is we're gonna take a picture of, we're gonna obviously unplug the power first, and then we're going to take a picture of our previous diagram so that if we do mess up, we've got a record of exactly how to put it back together. So let's get into it. All right, so as I mentioned, the first step is we want to unplug the power. Take this off. And then, like I said, we're going to take a picture of the diagram so if we mess up, we know how to put it all back together. All right, so step number one, it says to test your old controller and make sure it's still working. Obviously, it was working before we started. And then disconnect your old controller, remove any wires. Those stickers that they gave us earlier, these stickers, we're gonna put those on the wires so that we know, which wire controls which valve. And then we wanna remove the controller from the wall. So sit tight while we do all that. So now that we've got all of the wires are taken off and labeled, we just want to remove this from the wall. So we'll do that now. All right, so now that we got the old one off, let's get the new one on. So the next step is we just got to wire it all back up. Everything's labeled, should be really easy. Start with the common, either one, and then based on the zones, we'll get it all wired back up. All right, so the last step is we want to put the cover on, hook up the power. Really wasn't too bad. You know, the wires are kind of tiny with my fat fingers. It's hard to deal with, but that's all right. So let's plug in the power here. It should go right in here. All right. Let me plug this into the wall. All right, guys, so real world stuff here. So I've got everything hooked up again. This is probably my air. I don't know what's happening here. But when I try to plug in the power, the lights are supposed to come on. I've tried putting on the cover, maybe thinking, hey, it's got some kind of safety feature where it doesn't want you to be able to access those wires. That's not working. I've tried holding down the reset button for 5 seconds like the instructions call for. I've double checked to make sure that the power outlet is working. It is getting power. I've double checked all my connections. I don't see anything that would be causing the unit not to be getting power. Stuff happens. Again, I'm sure that this is my error. This hasn't anything to do with ImoLaza. What I've done is gone to the instruction booklet. There's no number to call. Otherwise, I'd get on the phone and call somebody. So you have to go on their website. I filled out an email. It does say they'll get back to me within 24 hours. Which is a little bit of a bummer because here I am, making the video and kind of want to get this done. But yeah, here we are. Let's see what happens and see what they come back with, and then we'll have a little bit follow-up here shortly. Okay, guys, so I'm really sorry about the break in the video there. Again, things in life, they happen, they're beyond our control, but I'll just say, so what I did is we're up and functional now. I've actually installed the unit. I think what was happening was there was something wrong with the switch here whenever you plugged it in. It just didn't seem like it was getting power. So again, I contacted ImoLaza. They got back to me within 48 hours. So it was the weekend, so understandably so. They got back to me. They were super nice. I spoke with their tech department or their tech support, and I sent them some videos, and we went back and forth for a little bit just to make sure that it wasn't something that I was doing. They sent me another unit. We've got it on the wall. Everything is functioning just the way it was. So I think maybe I just had a bad unit. Again, things happen in life. And so it's really not what happens to you, it's how you deal with it. And I'll just give ImoLaza a thumbs up. Again, the way they dealt with it was fantastic. I know that this is not something that they wanted to happen, but it did. And I guess the good news is you guys got to see it in real life and how they handle and treat their customers. So good job on them for that. So what you're paying for when you buy this unit is not the physical thing that you put on your wall. I mean, yes, you can control the irrigation from here, but what you're paying for is the technology and the app behind this controller. The fact that you can, set all of your schedules and, the different, algorithms that determine how often you water and when you water. And we'll go into the app here in just a second, and I'll show you some of the really cool features, some things that I really like. Let's pull up the app and let's show you what we got. So if this is the main landing page when you first sign into the app, this is what you see. You'll see the 5-day weather forecast, which is really cool that you can see all that here in one snapshot. You see the current temperature outside, current weather conditions as well. That green water droplet in the middle is if you want to run a quick run, say you just want to run a particular zone, you just click on that. And at the bottom you can see the water usage as well, and then you can toggle through the different menus down at the bottom of the page. And so when you click on the individual day, you'll see it gives you even just some more detail. Everything from the wind, expected precipitation, sunrise, sunset. Again, tons of information that you need to be able to make a decision when it comes to watering your lawn. So this is what your schedule looks like. And currently I just have 2 schedules. I have one for the front yard and one for the backyard. So let's zoom in a little bit closer on just the front yard. So here we're looking at the front yard schedule. I mean, everything from, determining what intervals do you want to water every day, the different zones. I've selected, again, just the front yard zones. So this is a really cool feature that I didn't have on my Hunter, and you can set the specific time that you want it to end the watering. So for me, I selected 8 a.m. so that the watering will end at 8, which is a really cool feature. Again, here are the zones set by time. I run each zone about 60 minutes, which gives me ½ inch of water in each zone. Manual soak, again, really cool feature. Gives you the ability to make sure the water gets soaked into the ground so that you're not getting a lot of runoff. So here are all of the different zones laid out. You can click on each individual zone. Of course, you can set the picture if that's what you want to do. You can name it. So of course this one's named Front Yard Zone 1. Again, Again, we talked about changing the photo. So if you had a specific zone that you wanted to put a photo of course, I selected cool season grass because that's what I have. Again, all of that probably plays into the different algorithm as to whether the app determines how much water based on your grass type. If you look down at the bottom, it says application rate, so ½ inch per hour, which is exactly what my system does. Again, all of that plays into the algorithm. Type of soil that you have. I have a clay here in North Carolina. Again, probably factors into the amount of soak time that you're getting. Do you have slope, or what is your square footage for the area being covered? I have mine set about 2,500 square feet. Tons of information. As I mentioned earlier, what you're really paying for is this app, and the app just flows really smoothly. I love the way the information is presented. It's got a nice interface, and just an overall great experience with the app. As you can see, the app is packed full of really cool features. These features allow you to customize and tailor your watering schedule to fit exactly what you need. What I love most is all of the critical information that you need is located right there on that main landing page. You can see the 7-day weather forecast, when was the last time you watered, when the next time you're supposed to water, what your usage is, sunrise, sunset. Again, packed full of awesome information that you need when you're making a decision whether to water your lawn. So to answer the question, am I going to put my Hunter system back up, or am I going to stay with the ImoLaza controller? And I think I'm going to stay with the ImoLaza, just for the reasons that I had mentioned earlier. Again, I really like the fact that all the critical information that I need is located right there in that interface, and it just makes watering so much easier and so much more convenient for me. So as a thank you for supporting me and supporting the channel, ImoLaza wants to give you a discount code if you wanted to go check one of these out. If you use the code DIY Lawn Coach, I'll link it down below. ImoLaza will give you a special discount. Thank you to ImoLaza for providing the equipment for this review. It was a lot of fun to make this video, and hopefully you guys found it helpful. Again, that's why I'm doing this. If you're in the market for a new sprinkler controller, please consider ImoLaza for your needs. My name is Devin, the DIY Lawn Coach. Thank you so much for checking out the video, and I can't wait to see you in the lawn. Peace.